Let's just start off with the fact that really important to remember that male and female brains are more alike than different. After all, we are the same species, okay? Just so we got that one down. And at the moment of conception, when the sperm enters the egg, if the sperm is carrying a Y, you're going to have the male, and if it's carrying an X, you're going to end up with female. And let's say the Y has gone in, it's going to be male, and about 8 weeks of fetal life, the tiny testicles start to pump out huge amounts of testosterone, almost at the adult male level, and marinates the body and the brain, and it changes many of the parts of the body and brain to male. The female, on the other hand, is throughout the whole 9 months, she is unperturbed by testosterone. So she develops in the female model. That's why sometimes it's called the default model is female, because there's not the perturbation of testosterone. But so for you guys, you're going to be having all that marination of your body and brain, changing all of that into male brain, into male body. So at the time of birth, we're either born with typically the male version of the body and brain or the female version of the body and brain. Now that starts us off all at birth with that kind of laying down of many circuits. The genitals end up male or female. So all the things that we know kind of have happened during that 9 months. It's important to remember that's all kind of like formed at that point. And then, of course, the first 12 months of a boy's life, of a baby's life, he has almost adult males of testosterone still pumping out from his testicles. And then for the first time, girls start to have huge amounts, almost adult female levels of estrogen coming out of her ovaries for the first couple of years. We call that time infantile puberty. So interestingly enough, by about 2 or 3 years old, we are kind of laid down as we're supposed to be with all of the hormonal and genetic parts of the body and brain. At that point, of course, starts all the really profound, important parts of how the culture, how people react to you, all of that part. If you talk to biologists versus psychologists, they think the nature-nurture debate is a bit dead at this point, because 50% probably comes from how you're raised in terms of your gender, and 50% from your hormones and genes. So that's a really important point to remember. So that's how we all get laid down in the basics.